Oh my God, I'm getting hives. I'm getting hives all over. Oh, shaking all over. Wow, shaking down the thigh bone. I got the quiver in the knee bone. Shaking all over. I don't know how to break this to you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm just literally 15 minutes through the first episode for Lord of the Rings of Power. And I've got to tell you, what I have seen in those glorious 7 minutes, I absolutely fucking love this show. Of course, you know I'm completely shitting with you because holy moly! Rewind. This thing is levels of bad that even the Resident Evil stuff on Netflix doesn't even come close to. I am not kidding. In fact, I'm taking the unusual move of filming part of this video now before I forget what to say later on, although I doubt very much that will even happen because the indelible mark, the mark of Sauron that has been left scorched in my Middle-earth brain is too much to comprehend. Morfydd Clark is a terrible actress. She absolutely is. I'm not familiar with her body of work. I might be familiar with her body, but not her body of work. Oh my God, this is a template on how to write an insufferable female character. And speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, I've still got to get through 2 episodes of She-Hulk. It is levels of bad as well, so maybe I might just hold that back right there, right then. But let's go back to the very beginning, folks, of this Middle-earth adventure where little Galadriel is away from the other kids, and guess what? She has made an origami boat. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't origami come much later on in 10E? It was either by China or Japan. So are they now implying that Galadriel was the one who we owe origami to? Huh? Really? Wow. But as they used to say on Blue Peter, here's what I made earlier. It's a paper bird. Fly, bird, fly.
It's not going to float.
Ah, fucking bird. But the best bit is yet to come. They are I don't understand why Galadriel looks a little bit like a female Aragorn. It makes no sense. All of a sudden, goes from a little girl having a lecture to her from her. Is it her elder brother? I think it is, or a father. And then the next thing you know, she is warrior princess. She is Lara Croft. She's the Snow Ranger. She's climbing this mountain. And what is hilarious, her army of men are all the way down the mountain. To which point, one of them is so disgusted that you just see this camera looking right at him. And you know what, brother? I feel you, man. I absolutely feel you. What I really like about that moment is actually drawing the male audience in. It's like, if you think this character is absolutely dog shit, wait until you see what happens next. No. We feel your pain, we feel your hate. And she's already nearly at the top because she's Galadriel, she's a woman. She can do anything better than a man can. Remember that, okay? And then when we get to the top, it's like one of the men collapses and she wants to leave the dude behind until one of her members of the army, we're going to call him the medieval army, the Middle-earth army, he's like, Galadriel, whoa, pump the brakes, sister. This guy is dying because of your insufferable mission for vengeance. Dun, dun, dun. Because Sauron killed her brother. Dun, dun, dun. It is literally levels of cringe. It's like John Wick Middle-earth, except they've gender swapped John Wick for Morfydd Clark. I mean, that woman looks like she hasn't seen a day in the gym because look, if you're gonna make Galadriel a warrior princess, let's remember the fact, okay, that Cate Blanchett wasn't a warrior effing princess in the Peter Jackson movies. She was just feminine. Kate Blanchett playing an absolutely top female character. But there's just nothing on her to say, I've been through battle, I've been through pain, here are my battle scars. There's nothing like that at all with her. And this, folks, is in the first 10 minutes. But boy, I've got to say the best bit for you because I could not believe this. There is a snow troll that one of the men discover. Oh, by the way, I've got to double back here for a second, pump the brakes for a second. There is a moment where they get into this ice cave and she literally punches a solid wall of ice just to get through because she knows that there is something on the other side of this wall. We don't know how she knows, but she knows. And, you know, if I punched a solid ice glass wall, you know, I would be in hospital for weeks. Even the best Navy SEAL or SAS person couldn't do that. But Galadriel, dun, 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 she's there to save the day. And a snow troll decides to crash the party, okay? None of the men can take him out, but I'll leave it to her. But I kid you not, the bit that came next, I was like, oh no, you just didn't, you did it, didn't you? You actually did it. They went back to Wonder Woman 2017 and they have literally swapped Diana's shield for Galadriel's sword, or a sword.
Diana! Shield!
$60 million per episode, and they can't make anything original. What this feels like to me is like you get a few people together, right? Maybe LARPers, like, hey children, shall we film ourselves playing Middle-earth characters? Oh, do you want to? Oh, okay. Well, Joey, you can be Elrond because you look very feminine. Julie, you can be Galadriel, but you got to dye your hair blonde, bitch, because they don't have redheads in Middle-earth. And Susie, well, you could play Gimli. Yeah, I think you'd be fantastic. All right, gather round, children, gather round. All right. Take your positions and let's go. It is literally a more expensive version of a homemade cosplay fan film. It really is that level of bad that I never thought I'd ever see. And the thing with Morphin Clark, I'm sat there watching her and I keep thinking, wait a minute, I'm getting deja vu about her inflections, her tonality. Where have I heard this before? Oh, yes, of course. The insufferable Rosamund Pike from The Wheel of Time. Here's what I said in my review of that series back when? It was last year. Holy shit. And then he got sucker punched by that one as well. Now, the things that I don't like about the show, from the very opening scene, it gets the eyeballs rolling.
Many, many years ago, men who were born with great power believed they could cage darkness itself. The arrogance.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this might be a very long video. Once again, I do apologize. And if it becomes like a 20-minute long video, I am splitting it into two parts, because what you guys and girls have been telling me is that you like the short form content. So do I. It's just more content out there. So if this video goes on longer, I'm going to leave this intro or this outro right now, which will be, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And before I sign off, I've got to go to that one moment at the beginning of this episode where Galadriel is attaching another skull to the mountain of skulls. It really feels like an Air Supply moment. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know I was right. Now, Susie, do not copyright claim me for singing a classic song. You got that, Susie? Because if you do, I'm going to play the race card. I'm a POC. You can't do that to me. Wow, that's actually a pretty good rhyming.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right.
When I trim the fat off this shithole and put it all under the Miller Gold banner, you will see what it could have been if you would have kept me around.
Oh, I look forward to that.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed.